minute, please. Okay, you better apologize to the people you have done wrong. There's a lot of people out there today that think they haven't destroyed people's life, okay, or said things on purpose, and they knew or done things knowing that someone was going through a hardship, and they just decided to not be concerned about it. Oh man, I need some more tea. Some honey for this tea. Wait a minute. Yeah, so I mean, there's actually people going around here and no apology. People have long-term problems and um, things they have not really attempted to correct at all. And these are grown adults. These are even ones that get up on these videos and cuss each other out. Okay. Now I want the teenagers to understand this. Don't listen to this BS that's being presented to you on video. It'd be people of my age bracket, they would get up here and they fight, argue. They bring up things, their fights they have done when they was teenagers. Okay, because when you're living in a society at that claims to give you the education or the knowledge that you need, some of us will fall back on that, and some of us will not recognize it. That the fact that this is really taking place. So majority of street people will stay on the same level that they're raised on. Yeah. And what I mean by same level, I'm talking about socially right now. I'm talking about treating each other according to the way you should be treating each other as human beings. You have grown people from 40 to 50 years old, okay, go and argue with each other, towards each other's parents, okay? Make jokes of each other's deaths. Make jokes of people's low income or people's homelessness or people's lack of eating in their home or someone is not dressing right, stupid crap that causes division at that. So what they do is instead of them leading by example, you want to be strong, you want to be tough, you want to be hard, because that's basically what it is. They want to prove to other people that they cannot be touched, or they think that um, um, I'm the hardest guy from this state, from that state is harder than this one, and this coast is different than that one, and these are we harder than that coast, and it's teenage shit that I call, because right about now you shouldn't be focused on none of that. Why would you keep going into your elder ages with the same thing? Oh, I remember hitting you in the face, And they was like 10, 13 years old, and they bringing this up in public towards each other. But then at that, they claiming that there's some form of leaders or their leadership, and then at that, or they what do you call it? Um, they want you to believe that they have the answer to ending everything, when only God has the answer to that. Okay, let's get that straight. Let's get that out the way right then and there. Instead of them being a soldier for that, they will, like I said, keep things going, and they won't apologize. There's no if it's apologies, it's just to look good, or say they're making peace with them because they done spread so much negative out through their life towards other people. Okay, that they're getting tired. They're getting weaker, either body or mentally. Because as you age, you're supposed to be sitting and relaxing and not having as much as negative around you as you can. You're not supposed to have that around you. Okay. Now, people close to this age that understand this, they still have this type of stuff around them, and some of them will pamper these problems. Some sideline with it. Instead of them making things better, they continue to make things worse for other people in their life. Never understanding and don't care. You got some people that's actually getting paid for this behavior, that to cause division, to give out information, knowing that it's not making things better. Okay, no one's giving each other respect, or giving other people's elderly family respect at all. It seems to be like some sort of, it's like an evil spirit that's just going around and is getting into people, and anything that makes life worse is funny to them. Okay, now I'm putting too much upon the young at that, because they only followed along with what we gave them as an example, and it's majority of us. I'm gonna say it just like that, because it's not all of us giving these young folks certain things. The stuff that was given to us by some majority of the past people is either being blocked, or some of you cowards will not mention it to them or show them certain things, so they can be apologetic when it comes to the village. At that, when it comes to your own people, that's the problem. Too much arguments. It's too much. Everything's a joke. Everything's funny. And literally, it's a shame that you got to sit here and see people of, especially of my age, they just keep doing it. No apologies. People using people to get money to make sure they get their little funds up. You know, make sure they look good. Make sure they got their house in their crib, and that's just it. Not knowing how many lives you done destroyed, not how many people you done either end up having miscarriages on, or because you stressed them out. Okay. So a lot of you social workers don't realize you've done that to people, or created people to end up becoming homeless. Okay, or death. You caused a lot of deaths. Nobody's apologizing. Everyone's sitting around and thinking, because I'm working for a specific setting or department, that I did the right thing. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Majority of people took 10 to 20 years to so-called become a professional by creating chaos. Don't give me that shit. If nobody's perfect, what makes you think you perfect because you went to get educated to become a professional, and still no apologies. I think a lot of people that has been going in, um, you know, like a lot of kids been called on at school because the teachers just refuse to deal with an unruly child that has really problems at home. So they call them and then they just to get that out the way so they can keep doing their job instead of them as a human being getting in to see what's really going on. They have caused people to either harm each other in their homes. Okay, families causing fights. Later on, they hear the story, but then they still, like I said, still no apologies. Or somebody went and stole somebody's money, okay, out of their car or something, not knowing that the money they just took was for maybe their medication that, and the insurance was just cut them off. You never know what you do to people, and you think that everything's fine as long as you have it all, right? Because you have it all, right? Then nothing. You haven't done anything to nobody. And people will go decades with these apologies that were supposed to be given, and they act like uh nothing. There's even peaceful men that was just doing their day-to-day duties and coming home, or just all of a sudden you have a wife that just come up to him and say, "Look, I just cheated on you." Now he probably end up really loving this damn woman. Okay, her doing that to him, she probably don't even realize. Hey, look, she was his world the whole time. He was happy as hell. Come on, man, you do this shit to him. He's gone. 5 or 10 years later, still no apology. Now he's angry because of the simple fact that you show no compassion at all. You just act like everything was part of those programs. I call it. It's those programs that this social thing. It's several social. I call them programs because people created things for other people to follow, especially females. It's a complaint about every single thing that you do in the house or you do in public. Girl, if he don't take you nowhere, he don't do this and that. Shut up. Now you don't know what you caused. Then you didn't put something in somebody else to go back home and cause a problem. Still no apologies. Or you just dealt with a guy, he done lost his girlfriend. She died, right? So y'all socially, y'all dealing with each other. It's been 3 or 4 years. Now the man done probably done lost his kids, lost his wife, been in a car accident or something. And all this is going on. And the new girlfriend knows this. And what she do? She turned around and put him in the midst of more problems that she didn't tell him about. So something comes to the house. Dudes do something to the house. He gets hit. He's in the hospital. Comes out. She's messing around at the same time. And she ready to leave him because he's disabled. They go on, they split up. Still no apology. Now you didn't contribute knowing that you was bringing problems or beef or certain kinds of animal like people around this man after he just finished suffering, right? And you still gave him no apologies after that. The problem with people is it's not even they don't even care no more. Why? Because the rest of the world is acting dumb, so let me do it too. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? You get people that spy on people, make accusations, make claims, and half the time don't even know what's going on in someone else's house. Go back and tell false information, right? That false information created worse things for that person. Years later, you heard about it and you knew it because you did it. You didn't cause something. Still no apologies. People still going around here with no apologizing. And they think that it's not a boomerang effect that what you do on the people is not gonna come back to you. Some, sometimes they even come back 10 times harder. But it'll be in the form of whatever's surrounding that person's life. You got people still angry and still upset for a long period of time. One thing about especially it's not good now I don't go around rearranging other people's life. Never do that. Respect everybody you come across. Give consideration and compassion. Because there's some sick people out here. They even drag children along with their ways and their behavior. I don't respect it, and I think people should really um, standing up to the BS. And like I said in one of my other videos, you have these type of people roaming around. You never know what type of organization or headquarters that they're a part of because they all build together and they create problems. You know what I'm saying? Still no apologies, and it won't be none by certain kinds of individuals until they go through certain things. Then that's when they sit and think, okay, and be like, yo, damn, now I'm feeling like this person didn't feel. Now I understand. And sometimes it takes a person to go through an experience for them to understand something. And the experience is one hell of a damn jewel, I'll tell you that. Because you can sit here and try to pick up other people's stuff, problems, or things that they went through and listen to it. And from your angle of living, you would think that um, now I got the answer. It's like now this music. I go pick up some music and now I understand fully how life runs. You got it wrong. Like I said, there's some non-apologetic people. Yeah. Some of them even take that and think it's some kind of badge of honor when it's not used the proper way. I'm gonna say it that way. Because if somebody constantly doing something bad to you, you got the right to not say, okay, well, I'm sorry for saying this to you. No, you have the right, especially when it's causing harm to your life. The problem too, that is, it has piled up to this one specific view of of movement in life, and this, especially in this place, that everyone think, okay, this is the codes here. That I'm gonna everyone else is doing it. You don't have to always get up here. Oh, wait till 9 to 10 o'clock tonight. I got a video. I got something for you. I'm gonna say something back to you, and that's it. Or you got these people. You got grown women saying that they gonna call family service on other people and their children. Now I used to be telling people this for a while. Yo, you don't fully have control of your children. I wonder what people gonna really understand that. You supposed to take care of them, love them, and this and that. But when they get a certain age, they off. That's it. You can tell them whatever you want to tell them. Okay, control them to an extent. But if they're able bodied and they're ready to get up and leave, man, that's when you just gotta just look. I can't do nothing about it. Um, he or she got to go through their routes too, just like I did. You know, and they call people and their children online and shit, and probably sitting around in secret going through something because they what they did to somebody else's family. You gotta be really careful who you do things against because you never know who God's protecting. You gotta be very careful. But that's really dirty and still no apologies from people. You can't sit here and just do that to people, man. Especially when somebody's down on their luck, fully down on their luck. Especially a person if you know he or she was sick and you still did whatever you thought that was funny, or it was something in retaliation because someone said something to you. That's the worst thing too. When somebody can't take something that they're being told to not do or give suggestions to, and they retaliate in a nasty way. And this person or these people are really down on their luck. You even got people, like I said, it's an example of what's going on now. People in wheelchairs out in street homeless, and people still fucking with them. Excuse my language, but still fucking with these people. It's an example of these non-apologetic type people that just want to do shit to people with no compassion, no nothing. Just think everything not gonna be my way, and that's it. Tell me that's not animal like. The damn animals, the jungle animals in the wilderness got more damn heart and at least consideration than some human beings. If they are, I'm gonna say it like that. Because I don't think sometimes people are human the way they act. What do you got in your damn DNA for you to do the things that you're doing? Some of it is incestuous. Let's be honest. Some of it is from chemicals that get into people. You know how you have people that just live in certain areas and places that have high chemical volume and it goes into the bloodstream of your children. And some people don't know and they just plan and they get into the system and they get mentally, uh, um, what do you call it? They become disabled mentally. And then they have to go to school to get certain treatment for education and you know what I'm saying? People don't know who you don't know what you do to people. You gotta be careful, man. So some of y'all, like I said, this video, y'all better start apologizing to people, man, or showing some form of something, man, because this is not the time to sit here and keep repeating the same damn cycles. Me personally, I'm not siding with none of it. I don't care who it's from. I want to keep living like animals, like with no respect towards each other. Like, come on, man. I never move like that, but I always got attacked from people like that just don't. They the ones you go and you know what I'm saying, you go to the bathroom or something, they smiling, they laughing, or they up to something when you leave. Come on, come on. Those are people you gotta be watch out for. They're the ones they know something that's going on with you and they won't care. They'll leave you alone for years. They leave you alone for years, knowing that they caused the problem. Okay. But as long as they looking good for everyone else, they don't care. Those are the ones you gotta watch out too. That's gonna fall hard during these times. Because it's gonna hit harder. All the good people that's suffering out here, that believe in the Lord, that's going through constant trials. Because these trials are things and extractions from out of what we used to. You just gotta look at it from a different point of view. All this garbage we've been raised on, all this stuff we've been taught, you really think that it's going to continue? Come on, man. Anytime somebody with, oh man, what, thousands of dollars walk past, people that standing there on the corner, on the damn corner with nothing, asking for just a damn sandwich, and they just walk right past them, or they laugh, or they say certain things, because they only get it from the people that they've been around or they raised around. That's how you get it. That's people claim to think. Let me say it this way: people think because they either 40 or 50 years old that they still not suffering from peer pressure like teenagers. You know how you listen to a group, let's say you go to a group setting, right? And it's involving something political. Now you used to just being home, eating, watching TV, playing video games, computer, whatever. Okay, having fun with your friends. You go to that. Okay, now these are some people. They start picking up words on finances or environmental things or uh, engineering, and they come back less than a half hour, 20 minutes, and they start talking like that because they feel, oh, I was just part of this setting, so let me come home and bring it to everybody else, right? Okay, and knowing that they really not like that, so they said they talk in this manner or they act in this manner for a little bit because the program hits a little bit for a little while because they feel out of place when they're dealing with these type of people, right? That has all these, escrow accounts and anything of that setting. So they get confused and they bounce back and forth. They don't know which way to go. Instead of taking that as a job, or taking that as someone giving me what do you call it? Someone's teaching me something so I can gain, some funds from. They I'm not gonna say that. They will move completely different than what they themselves really is. You understand? But then when they really find out what the whole thing is fully about, they get upset. Either they bring the problems not towards the individuals, but they bring it back towards their family or everyone that's around them because they can't fit in with the group. And that's what majority of the problem is out here. Where people feel as though they don't have to apologize or they don't have to have consideration or compassion for other people because they end up being in the house and they so programmed and they so well understood. They folks don't have to have no apologies for the things that they do to people. How can you not regret when you go home? I even do it. I'll be like, damn, I shouldn't have passed that damn lady. I didn't know I had $10 in my pocket. I should have just gave it to. Or I should have just took something to it. You know what I'm saying? I still feel that way sometimes, and even passing certain people when I'm going through this certain states. Like, how can you really sit and not say or do nothing? Well, And it's them people, okay, and I'm not saying all of them, but it be those folks that you gotta really that that was sidelined with violence and arguments. They enjoy that shit. Same ones dressed professional. Now I'm not talking about just clothing. I'm talking about socially too. Professionalism. Never know what people have done to people. You know what I'm saying? As I got older, now I'm starting to really see and understand. You see some of these people out here in this street or in their personal home. They either had a stroke or they um can't walk or they having problems with their teeth or their body, some type of something wrong with them, or they got they had mental breakdowns and such, or they just completely angry and they don't want to deal with nobody. Now you really start to understand. Nobody's born like that. What made people go in those routes? What made them go that way? Got to be the environment. Has to be. I seen people that I knew since I was young, same age that I am now, that was his damn sweetheart when he was young. Okay. Cool as hell. I think they hit 25, 20, 28, cold hearted like an MF. Because an officer felt as though, well, because he's having an episode and then his own family called it on him. Let me come out and say something to him first, right? Month later, uh, he had an argument with his family because I guess his family wasn't treating him accordingly to the way they're supposed to. Because there is there is favoritism of females and families, and he flipped out. He ended up smoking or something like that, smoking weed, and uh, he put something in it. He did it personally. I guess he was so stressed out. And don't get me wrong, this dude was cool as shit. Because if he seen you on the street, he'd stop, no matter who you with, who or what, you know what I'm saying? And he's walking across the street or he'll talk to you, he'll pass off his number, he'll say, yeah, hit me up, we can hang out or something. And that's it. They called the cops on him. And this happened in Philadelphia. This is a true story. And I knew one of them that was killed by them. He sat there and and when the cop came, he arguing, with the family, whatever, and that. So when they gripped him up, the way they gripped him up, this and that, because I know he that type of dude. He ain't going for that. You gripping him up and holding him and throwing him around and shit. Because he's one of them he's one of them dudes that's rumble in the street too. And he used to hang with me, so I know he ain't playing no games. So he said, "Yo, get the hell off me, such. I'm gonna keep him out." I end up pulling. He running. He like really tussling with them in the middle of the street. Turn around and uh, I think they said because this seems to be the main thing that's always been said. The guy or the person went for the gun. So they said he went for this gun. They turned around and shot him. I didn't find out he was dead until wow, 10 years later from his sister. And I'm like, what? Because I happened to stop her and I seen him because I was like, where your brother and such and such, how y'all been? My brother dead. What? Damn, it just hit me like wind. Woof. What? Yeah, they said we had to call such and such. I was like, I looked at that and I said, what the fuck do you mean you had to call the cops? All these years, all this shit that goes on, and y'all know not to do that, and you did it anyway. Now he gone. Now you want to talk about suing him? Oh man. And still no apology, no nothing. Nobody really apologized to that man, kids. I think he had a daughter. Nobody, you never know. But I'm like, yo, your own family did that to you, man. It's like letting you walk across damn electrical line with water in a pond or something. You know, because they you called the worstest animals in the world to settle something that it could have been. I don't know if he had what he did, but I don't know if he was around. You know, older people that hold. You know, sometimes you got to get your muscle on and grip the person down and let them sweat it out or let them, bring the temper down. But nobody wasn't around, so they called the beast. Ain't that something? You never know who life you destroy by your actions or your non-compassionate and don't care attitude. See, it's a bunch of fake people up there that put on fronts for attention. Like I said, I'll always say this: they talk and act like they wake up with a bowl of screws with milk in it, and they hard as nails, and knowing they didn't grow up talking like that, so they expect everyone else to do the same thing. So it's the end of my life. Peace out.